And it's over! I just finished watching WWDC and I gotta say, I'm satisfied and disappointed at the same time. As expected, we have seen software updates, but in this video I want to focus specifically on the new M2 MacBook. I can't wait to test it out, but first, let's briefly discuss the main features of this MacBook. They haven't removed the word Air from the name. It's called the M2 MacBook Air, and it comes in 4 gorgeous colors: Starlight, Midnight, my personal favorite, Space Gray, and Silver. If you enjoyed the keyboard before, then you will enjoy it the same way. The keyboard is virtually the same. Really, why change something that's already working? But what has changed is the ports. We have the Magsafe, a 67-watt power adapter, now it charges to 50% in 30 minutes, a headphone jack, and 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. The SD card slot and the HDMI port, we can say clearly and loudly, there is none. The bottom part of M1 Air is angling down towards you. Due to this, it's much more convenient to use the keyboard for a long time. Now, the new M2 MacBook has a body that looks similar to the Pro models. It has a rectangular shape. And luckily, they didn't make the frames and the keyboard white. I have to say, I'm a fan of this new design. The rainbow colors we expected are not here. Instead, we get beautiful, solid finishes. Let me know what you think about the new colors. Well, it's kind of cool that the design of budget and professional models looks similar to each other, but I'm pretty sure that many of you still enjoy the good old M1 Air design much more. It's now lighter, just 2.7 pounds, which is quite possible for someone to be a good reason to upgrade. But will the new MacBook size affect your decision? It got thinner, 11.3 millimeters thin. This is a personal matter for everyone, but as for me, such small changes are not critical. I know how important color is to many, so let me show you how it looks again. The M2 MacBook is available in Starlight, Midnight, Space Gray, and Silver. Now, what about the display? The M1 MacBook Air has the IPS display, while the M2 MacBook has the 13.6-inch Liquid Retina display with P3 white color. In short, it will give you a bit more deeper and darker blacks, better contrast, brighter and richer colors. Not dramatically better, but still a really good upgrade. The adaptive refresh rate, the ProMotion feature, is not there. It seems like Apple called it ProMotion for a reason. The peak brightness of the display is 500 nits, while the peak M1 Air brightness is 400 nits. This is a significant improvement over the previous version, which allows you to see more when working outside, for example. Also, 18 hours of battery life, so better, but not significantly better. And that's not all. The M1 Air has Touch ID, while the new M2 MacBook has Touch ID as well, but in a different shape, similar to what we get in the Pro models. Webcam was already good, 720p, face recognition feature, but finally, in the new M2 MacBook, we got even better camera, 1080p. Unfortunately, not the same quality as an iPad or iPhone, but close. With the Pro models, we got amazing speakers and mics, so great news, they added 4-speaker sound system to the MacBook Air, as well as improved mic. If you want to buy the M1 Air instead of the new M2, at least because of the colors and shape, no one will judge you for sure, but with the power of this device, everything is a bit more complicated. We got almost what I expected from the M2 chip. M2 will have almost the same layout as the M1, having 8 CPU cores with 4 efficiency cores and 4 performance cores. So the difference in performance comes from Apple using the more efficient technology. Not going into details, this basically increases its performance by about 18% CPU and 25% GPU compared to the M1. For me, it doesn't seem like a significant increase, so we get different configurations with 8 CPU cores and up to 10 GPU cores. The SSD is the same as before, up to 2 terabytes, but unified memory up to 24 gigabytes. This is very exciting. And memory bandwidth is 100 gigabytes per second. Of course, we haven't tested the new MacBook yet, and there won't be exact tests and benchmarks in this video, but I will tell you right away that now you can play back multiple streams of 4K and 8K H264 ProRes, and the price of the M2 MacBook Air starts from $1,200 and will be available next month. The 13-inch M2 MacBook Pro honestly is very controversial. M2 Air is definitely more appealing, but let's leave it for another video. For now, just let me know what you think. To see a more detailed video about the full potential of the M2 from us, Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss it. Alright, the M2 is out, it's here, but the most interesting stuff ahead. Some real life tests. There are a number of tasks that M1 is not great at, and we'll see how M2 will handle it. Let me know what you think about the new MacBook, but for now, click on one of the videos you see here, and see you guys in the next one.